Marry me, or you die!
Rain fell in heavy sheets over the village. The wind howled through the tall trees surrounding the old shrine. Lightning split the sky, briefly illuminating a figure crouched at the shrine's entrance. James stood frozen. His heart pounded like a drum in his chest. He had always been curious, foolishly brave, but this was different. He had come to the shrine to meet his bride, Esther. The villagers had warned him the shrine's daughter was mysterious, feared, and said to have strange powers inherited from her mother, the shrine priestess. People whispered about sacrifices, curses, and blessings that could either lift a life or destroy it. But James did not care. He loved Esther. Or at least, he thought he did. The air grew thick. A faint chanting echoed from deep within the shrine, though James could not see anyone. A cold shiver ran down his spine. Something about this night felt wrong. Esther appeared suddenly at the entrance, her white gown glowing in the lightning flashes. Her eyes were calm, almost too calm. She smiled, but it was not warm. It was deliberate, like a secret she was keeping. "James," she whispered, "you shouldn't have come here alone." Before he could respond, the chanting grew louder, and shadows began to move inside the shrine. Figures, barely human, danced in the darkness. Their eyes glimmered red in the lightning's brief illumination. James stumbled backward, terror gripping him. Esther stepped closer, her hand reaching for his. "If you truly want to marry me, you must prove yourself tonight." James tried to speak, but his throat had gone dry. Esther's lips curved into a smile that sent chills down his spine. The air shifted. The ground beneath the shrine seemed to hum. Something ancient and dangerous was waiting for him. And James knew, deep down, that tonight would change his life forever and not in the way he had imagined. Weeks earlier, James had been enamored with Esther's beauty and charm. She was quiet, elegant, and unlike anyone he had ever known. When he proposed, she had agreed, but only after making him swear to visit the shrine with her, alone, at midnight. "Everyone else will wait outside," she had said softly. "But you must come with me, and you must do exactly as I say." James thought it was a test of love, a romantic ritual. He didn't realize it was a test of survival. The villagers warned him. Old Nana told him, "The shrine chooses, James. If it does not like you, it will take what it wants. Do not ignore its rules." James laughed nervously at her warning. "It's just superstition." But now, crouched in the rain, hearing the shadows whisper and chant, he wished he had listened. Esther led him inside. The shrine was ancient. Walls were etched with strange symbols. Candles burned in a circle, illuminating small carved statues of humans and animals. A figure stepped from the shadows, a man, or perhaps not entirely human. His skin was grayish, eyes black as coal. "You are the one who seeks her," the figure rasped. James nodded, unable to speak. The figure raised a hand. A cold wind surged through the room, and James felt as if his bones were freezing from the inside. "You must choose," the figure said. "Blood or loyalty?" James froze. He did not understand. Esther knelt, her head bowed. "He will choose the path he wants," she whispered. "But he must understand, the shrine always takes its price." James felt sweat run down his face. He was about to learn that love with a shrine's daughter came with a cost he could not imagine. The air inside the shrine was heavy, thick with incense and something else, something sharp, metallic, and almost alive. James's heart pounded. Every step felt like walking through a nightmare he could not wake from. Esther walked ahead, calm, graceful, as if she belonged to this world of shadows. James wanted to hold her hand, to feel some human comfort, but his own fear froze him. "James," she said softly, "tonight you will see why I am the shrine's daughter. If you survive, you will know me truly. If you fail, the shrine will take what it wants. James swallowed hard. He realized now that this was no ordinary marriage, no ordinary love story. This was a test of his soul. At the center of the shrine was a circle of black sand, perfectly round, etched with symbols James did not recognize. Candles burned at equal distances, their flames bending as if blown by a wind no one could feel. Esther knelt at the edge of the circle. Her hands glowed faintly in the candlelight. Shadows from the corners of the room moved independently, sliding along the walls, twisting unnaturally. A figure emerged, a priest, or perhaps the original spirit of the shrine. His skin was dark gray, eyes hollow, voice like dry leaves rustling. You seek her. You seek the daughter. Do you understand the cost? James's mouth went dry. He nodded. You must give blood, the figure continued, or prove loyalty. The choice is yours, but once made, there is no return. Esther turned to James, her face calm, unreadable. James, she whispered, if you truly love me, you will not hesitate. But the shrine will know your heart. Your choice will reveal everything. James trembled. His mind raced. Blood. His own. Someone else's. The words echoed in his head. But loyalty, what did loyalty demand? To obey without question, even if it meant risking his life? He chose loyalty. Immediately, the shrine reacted. Shadows danced violently along the walls. A cold wind swept through, extinguishing half the candles. James stumbled but did not fall. The priest's spirit nodded slowly. You have chosen, wisely. But the cost will come later. Tonight, you may live. But remember, the shrine always claims what it desires. As the ritual continued, James noticed subtle things about Esther he hadn't before. Her eyes seemed to glow faintly in the candlelight, almost unnatural. Her voice echoed strangely, like multiple whispers layered on top of each other. She moved in ways no human should, too smooth, too precise, like shadows themselves obeyed her. Suddenly, James realized a horrifying truth. He had not married a woman. He had married the shrine's power itself. When the ritual ended, Amara led him out of the shrine. Rain had stopped, and the village seemed peaceful, almost ordinary. Do you understand now? She asked. James shook his head. I think so. But why me? Why did the shrine choose me? Esther's smile was faint, almost sad. It doesn't choose lightly. It chooses those whose hearts are weak, yet brave enough to face the shadows. You were foolish enough to think love was simple, and now you belong to it. James's stomach turned. He wanted to run, but he knew he couldn't. The shrine had already marked him. That night, James awoke to a whisper. The next time you visit, the shrine will demand more. A life, or your soul. James bolted upright, drenched in sweat. Esther was asleep beside him, calm and serene. But he knew the truth. The calm was a mask. The shrine's influence ran through her veins and now, through him. He realized the first ritual was only the beginning. The shrine had married itself to him, and nothing would ever be the same again. James woke before dawn, heart racing. The events of the previous night replayed in his mind like a living nightmare, shadows moving, the whispering priest spirit, and Esther's unnerving calm. He sat on the edge of the bed, staring at the floor, realizing that the shrine did not care about love. It cared only for obedience and payment. Esther was already awake, her eyes bright and alert. She seemed serene, almost untouchable, but James could feel the cold weight of her power pressing down on him. James, she said softly, tonight the shrine will demand its first real test. James swallowed hard. A test. Esther's lips curved into a faint, unreadable smile. A test of loyalty. A test of your heart. It will want proof, and it may not accept anything less than a life. James froze. That evening, the village held a festival to honor the spirits. The streets were full of bright decorations, drums beating, and children laughing. But James saw it all through a filter of dread. He knew the shrine would choose someone. He did not know who, or why, or whether he could stop it. Esther walked beside him, calm and confident, her white gown flowing in the light of lanterns. She smiled at everyone as if nothing was wrong. But James could see the truth in her eyes. She was already part of the shrine, and the shrine had plans for him too. As midnight approached, Esther led James to the shrine once more. The circle of symbols glowed faintly in the candlelight, waiting. The priest spirit appeared. Its hollow eyes bore into James. "You have chosen loyalty before," it rasped. "Now loyalty will be tested. The shrine demands a life." James felt his stomach twist. A life? Whose life? The figure's voice was calm, terrifying. "You will choose." James's mind raced. The villagers. Esther. Himself. He realized instantly the shrine did not care about fairness. It only cared about control. The priest spirit pointed at a young man nearby, a stranger who had come to the festival. James froze. The man smiled innocently, unaware of the shadows gathering around him. Esther whispered in his ear, "You have to do it, James. If you hesitate, the shrine will take more than him. It will take us both." James's hands shook. His love, his fear, his conscience warred inside him. "You can't be serious," he whispered. Esther's face softened, almost humanly. "I am serious. This is the way it has always been. The shrine feeds on obedience. Only then will it bless those who belong to it." James took a step forward, then stopped. He could not. His soul screamed against the injustice. The shadows in the room grew thicker, coiling around the circle. The priest's spirit hissed, "Do it, or die." Suddenly, the young man stepped forward on his own. "I volunteer," he said calmly. "If it spares others, I will go." James's jaw dropped. The man's eyes gleamed, not human, not fully. The priest's spirit nodded, satisfied. The shadows drew in the man, and with a flash of light, he vanished. James felt bile rise in his throat. He realized the truth: the shrine did not just demand life. It tested hearts. It sought fear, hesitation, weakness. And he had almost failed. Esther reached out and touched his shoulder. "You survived your first test," she whispered. "But the shrine will not stop. It will want more. Soon, it will want someone you love." The night left James hollow. He had seen what the shrine was capable of. He had watched life snatched away without mercy. And he had understood. His love for Esther had trapped him in a nightmare. But he also felt something else. A spark of determination. He would not let the shrine win completely. He would survive. He would protect himself, and someday he would defeat the shrine. For now, though, he was bound by fear, by ritual, and by the dark powers of the shrine's daughter. The wind howled across the village that night, rattling doors and shutters. James sat alone in his small room, staring at the floor. Every heartbeat felt like a drum of doom. He had survived the shrine's first test barely, but he knew the ultimate demand was coming. The whispers from the shadows, the faint hum in the walls, and Esther's unnerving calm all reminded him the shrine never let anyone go free. Esther entered silently, her white gown flowing like mist. Her eyes glimmered faintly in the candlelight, human, yet something ancient and dangerous lay beneath them. "James," she whispered, "tonight, the shrine will claim its greatest reward. Are you ready?" James shook his head. I don't know if I can survive this." Esther's lips curved into a soft, sad smile. You don't have a choice anymore. They walked together to the shrine. The village was empty, the festival long over. Shadows gathered around the entrance, swirling unnaturally. The priest spirit emerged from the darkness, more terrifying than ever. Its eyes glowed with a cold light, and its voice echoed across the night. The shrine has tested you. You have obeyed. You have feared. Now it demands the final sacrifice, the one you love most. James froze. His mind raced. Esther. The thought burned like fire. He had loved her, but now he realized that love had been a trap. The shrine had used it to control him. Esther stepped forward, her face serene. It will not take me, she whispered. It will take something else. But you must decide. James's stomach turned. The shrine's rules were cruel. The life of someone innocent would be demanded. Suddenly, the priest spirit spoke again. You have learned loyalty. You have learned faith. You have learned love. But only one may survive. James's eyes widened in horror. The shadows parted, revealing a young girl, a relative of James who had been visiting the village. She looked terrified, frozen in place. No! James shouted. He stepped forward. Take me. Take me instead. Esther's hand grasped his arm. It doesn't work that way, James. The shrine chooses its own. But there is one way to end it. James looked at her, confused and desperate. Esther led James to the center of the shrine. She placed her hands on the black book, the same one that had been used in every ritual. Candlelight flickered, and the shadows writhed around them. This must end, she said, her voice steady but filled with sorrow. We cannot let the shrine claim more lives. But to stop it, one of us must become the vessel its anchor in the human world. James understood. The shrine wanted a permanent bond. Someone had to stay to contain its power. I'll do it, Esther whispered. Not you. James tried to protest, but she pressed her hand to his chest. I chose you because I wanted you to survive. Now I will take the cost. The shadows surged. The book glowed. A whirlwind of light and shadow engulfed the shrine. James could barely see as Esther's figure was lifted into the air, her eyes glowing like fire. She screamed once, a sound of pain, of fear, and of love, then silence. The next morning, the shrine was calm. The black sand circle was empty. The shadows had vanished. The villagers, unaware, went about their day as if nothing had happened. James stood outside the shrine, his heart heavy. Esther was gone. She had become the shrine's vessel, taking the burden and the power upon herself to save him. He fell to his knees, tears streaming. The price of love had been her life, not in death, but in service to an ancient power beyond understanding. Years later, James would tell the story to anyone who asked about the shrine. But he never revealed the truth fully, only that some loves demand impossible sacrifices, and that some powers are far beyond human control. This story teaches that love sometimes comes with unbearable cost. Courage and loyalty can save a life, but power always demands payment. Some secrets are too dark to be spoken, but they leave lessons that last a lifetime. And in the heart of the village, the shrine waited silently, its daughter now its eternal anchor, a warning to anyone who dared to love recklessly. The end.